What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the latest problems surrounding Social Security and the Social Security cost of living adjustment for 2023. How is that causing new issues? What's going on here? I've been getting a lot of questions regarding Social Security. So let's address some of those things right now. The first thing, let's just come out and say it. The Social Security cost of living adjustment for 2023 is 8.7%. I'm pretty sure most people have already seen those figures, understand how much more they're going to get every single month, and that is very important. Now, for many lower income earners, this is very welcoming news that they're going to receive an 8.7% cost of living adjustment. But this is also a problem for millions who are right on that line of, okay, if I get more benefits, I could lose other benefits elsewhere. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, first, lower income households could lose their eligibility for certain programs. They could get less aid for things like Medicare through the Medicare savings program. They might not get as much through Medicaid. We could see those that are higher income households, those that make $97,000 per year, or double that for people that are joint filers. You could be paying more for Medicare Part B and D premiums. So yeah, having this 8.7% cost of living adjustment may seem great on the outside. When you dig in, you may lose some of your benefits. And I know it's still early, right? We're still in the early parts. It's only October 15th. We still got a little ways to go before the increase kicks in, right? On January 1st. But once we see the increase kick in, we're also going to see other programs start to cut you off of certain benefits. So that's a little bit of an issue there. One of the big worries, though, is that this increase of roughly $140 a month on average, this will push Social Security beneficiaries into a higher tax bracket. For example, 80% of your Social Security benefits can be taxable if your income is over $25,000 per year as an individual, or $32,000 per year if you're a joint filer. Now, what does that mean? It means you'd have to pay taxes. You would have to pay taxes. Now, I just want to point this out that there is legislation on the table right now that would eliminate taxes for all Social Security recipients. It would eliminate taxes. So if you receive Social Security benefits, you do not have to pay taxes on any of that, whether you make less than $25,000 or whether you make more. It doesn't matter. Again, that's on the table, but nothing has actually passed. So we will see what happens there. Chances are that if, and again, it all comes down to who wins the midterm elections, we could see some changes here. All right. So I just wanted to point that out, that yes, the elections do matter. Then we have the issue of Social Security, old age, and survivors. The trust fund is expected to run out of money by 2034. That's not great news, but it's something that I think we've all expected for quite some time. Now, what you need to understand here is that once the trust fund becomes insolvent, it does not mean your benefits just go away. No. What it means is your benefits would drop from the 100% that you're getting now down to 77%. That's a 23% decrease. 23%. That's pretty substantial. And I just wanted to point that out because I know a lot of people are worried that I'm not going to get any money. You will continue to get paid. The problem is you will not get paid what you actually need or what you are used to. That will be a major problem, but we will find more about that in the next 10 to 12 years. But here's the big worry. When I say big worry, this is a big worry amongst many analysts and economists. They're asking what happens if the U.S. dips into a recession and we see deflation. Now, this is what some are calling a disaster moment for Social Security recipients in 2023. If the U.S. dips into a recession, then we will likely see higher unemployment numbers. And according to Bank of America, they're saying that they're predicting we will lose about 175,000 jobs a month in the first quarter of 2023. That's January, February, and March. This means there will be less Social Security tax coming in and being paid into the system, less revenue. This is a major concern for Social Security's trust fund that is currently expected to become insolvent in 2035. But here's where things get very dicey. What happens if we experience deflation? We just talked about what happens if we dip into a recession. What happens if we experience deflation? And again, if these two things combine, this is where they're calling it a disaster moment. What would happen if we experience deflation? Well, right now, we are expecting deflation will occur in 2023. That's what we're expecting. That means inflation is going to come down. It's not going to be 8.2%. Maybe it's going to be 4 to 5%. We don't know, right? And when this happens, it's going to play a major role on the cost of living adjustment for 2024. What some are actually predicting right now is that there will be a zero. The cost of living adjustment will be zero for 2024. Now, this has only happened, I believe, 3 times since 1975, but it's quite possible with the path that we've been on lately that we are going to see a cost of living adjustment of 0% or very close to it. Now, what would this mean? Well, this would mean that Social Security beneficiaries would not be getting an increase in 2024. Even though prices are still expected to go up, chances are we're not going to see prices just plummet. Maybe on homes, yes. Maybe on some electronics, possibly. On cars, I'd expect it to happen. But we're not going to see it all across the board. So as a result, financial experts are actually recommending that people collecting Social Security in 2023 take some of that money and attempt to save it. Now, you probably think, well, if I wish I could save my money, right? Well, experts are saying that this is money that you haven't been receiving. So this should technically be new money. You should be able to save some of it. And they are recommending that you save 30%. So if your cost of living adjustment for 2023 is 8.7%, which everybody's is, and you are getting that additional roughly $140 per month, you should be able to save $42 a month. Now, why would you do that? The reason why you would save money instead of using it, if you can, even if it's $30 or $40 a month, is actually pretty simple. You save it so that in 2024, you're already predicting that we're going to have either a very low cost of living, you can't go negative, but your cost of living adjustment could be zero or very close to it. And if that's the case, you would have a little bit of money saved up. Maybe it's only $300 to $500, but you have a little bit of money saved up that you could use in the event that your cost of living adjustment is practically nothing. All right? So that's kind of what we're hearing at this time. Again, there's a lot of problems that are going to arise because of this cost of living adjustment being 8.7%. Was this the highest cost of living adjustment we've seen in 40 years? Yeah, it's pretty substantial. So we're going to see what happens there, but I promise along the way, as we get more information, as we get more news as to what to expect moving into 2023, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.